I just arrived in a 5-star resort in Cancun, Mexico, but the question is it actually worth 5 stars?
There's gonna be 6 different things I'll be testing and maybe even some 1-star reviews later on. But first, the coffee shop. I entered the shop and it had lots of decor and style to it that fits the theme. The interior definitely gets 5 stars. But how will the drink and desserts taste? I got 2 things, a matcha frappuccino and a chocolate tart. The matcha frappuccino had a good green taste and gets 5 stars. The tart was sweet and a bit sour, so it gets 4 stars. Overall, the coffee shop gets 4.6 stars. But now it's time for breakfast. Food selection was pretty good, and yeah, someone was staring at me, but overall selection, I'll give a solid 4. But how will the food taste? It was actually surprisingly really good for a buffet, and the breakfast that I had the next day was even better. I would give it 4 stars. And for dessert, they had lots of selection of fruits, and the fruits in Mexico are really good, and they had some croissants, definitely 5 stars.
I'll give it a 4.5 stars because there's a little bit of things that they could have done to improve the food.
But now let's see the room. There's a total of 3 beds and an office space in a resort. Also, it has a phone to make calls if you need it. It has a TV, which is very essential, a coffee machine with cups and some water, and a pretty decent shower. But there's a weird light that's actually a motion sensor, but looks like a secret camera that someone could use to spy on you. There's also some metal bars on the bed, which hurt when you try to sit on them.
Bruh.
But I gotta say, the decor is insane, just look at it. I'll give the room a total 3.5 stars. Now, let's check out the lobby. The lobby had couch chairs with soft pillows, some wooden circular tables, a fountain, and also some rocks for style, like that's it, and some big windows. There was also a worker that was vibing. There's a very large TV in the lobby and also some outlets to charge some things.
This place gets an easy 5 stars, it's so modernized here.
Now let's test the activity room. The activities they have is a ping pong table, foosball, air hockey, and a pool table. But let's see who wins the pool game.
Bruh.
I just didn't want to hit the 8 balls.
Bruh.
Then later on, I played some air hockey using the insane Mark Rober grip, and I also played some ping pong after that. This room was honestly the most fun thing in this resort. I would give it an easy 5 stars.
Now, the first review is by Olga Skorite.
The worst day ever. Food is inedible and not very fresh. Few people from our group got food poisoning. It's impossible to get pool seats on the pool after 8 AM, so you have to get early in the morning in order to reserve a seat. Beach is okay, but there are no umbrellas on the beach. Overall, wasted vacation, 1 star.
I mean, there could actually be no pool seats after 8 AM, and the food might not be inedible, but I feel like it would be if it's a resort. Next review is by Moricha Natak.
Poor quality of meals and drinks. Not a 5 star how they describe themselves. Such a boring place, no entertainment. There are no umbrellas on the beach, avoid it. The only positive, staff and beautiful beach, 1 star.
Again, there's like some poor quality with the meals, and again, no umbrellas on the beach. Next is Adrina Koss.
No pool towels on the pool area, 1 star.
Okay, that could actually be true. There could actually be no pool towels on the area.
The food was actually edible, and considering how good the breakfast was, Olga was definitely capping. Also, when I got to the beach, I saw some things that provide shade, but probably aren't umbrellas, but close enough. They kind of count as umbrellas to me. I wanted to go swimming, but the waves were too big, so I decided to not go in the water. So in the meantime, I just made a sand mountain named Fred. Now let's see if there's actually any pool towels. So I guess Adrina's capping now because there's definitely pool towels on the pool area.
Next review is by David D.
Don't stay here. The place was okay, but the workers are rude. The guy at the front named Esteban or Edward. 1 star.
That would actually be shocking if there's the workers there, Esteban and Edward, still there. And I want to see if they're actually rude. Next up is Joseph Awad.
Worst room service ever. 1 star.
Ricardo Morales.
Horrible. 1 star. Now let's go see if there's actually someone named Esteban or Edward at the front desk.
Do you know someone called Esteban or Edward?
Pardon me?
You know Edward? Oh, what about Esteban? Esteban. Okay.
So I tried again the next day.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Do you know someone that works here called Esteban or Edward?
The what?
The person that works here called Esteban, you know?
Esteban?
Esteban? Someone works here?
I showed you.
No, like, I don't know what he looks like, but his name's Esteban. There's also someone called, like, Edward.
Edward.
Yeah. No?
But working in which area?
No, the front desk.
Edward at the front desk?
Yeah.
No, we don't have any Edward.
Okay, thank you, no worries.
So I guess this review will always be mysterious. Now let's test out the room service. And room service is apparently supposed to arrive in 30 minutes. I waited for a really long time, but it came in over 1 hour. But the real question is, how does it actually taste? I'll give it 1 star out of 5.
Bruh.
I give it 3 out of 5. So I guess Joseph was right about it being the worst room service ever. Then some bad things happened, like the door was not unlocking and the elevator would always get stuck. So Ricardo was partially right on this review.
Next is Adrina N. Perez.
We saw rats in the hotel. It really looks like a 3-star hotel. I would not go back. 1 star. I looked all over the lobby to see if there was any rats, and I even looked under the couches, but there was a cockroach later on one of the chairs.
Now JC said,
5 days after coming home, our whole family is still sick from the food at the resort. Cannot keep anything down at all, not even water. All the themed restaurants are worse than the buffet, which was already horrible. Ridiculous. 1 star.
next person is Oriol Pena.
Very bad experience at this hotel. There's only one buffet open, which is very rare. The line is huge, therefore it takes so long to eat. The restaurants need reservations and they are always full. Not a good hotel. 1 star. It is real that there is one buffet, but the line was very short. But that's only the case if you come to the buffet before 8:30, then the line's really long. I also did book reservations, so Oriol is capping. But I'm not going to be revealing the restaurants just yet.
Next review is by Ahmed Alashri.
Booking a restaurant is impossible. You have to stay up until midnight and take your chances. Servers are constantly harassing us for tips to the point of discomfort. They expect tips for even the smallest gestures like holding the door. 1 star.
Next review is by Alina Kasperowicz.
Staff is rude. The steak restaurant was terrible. We wait 2 hours to get food. The staff always forget about our order and mess up with the order a couple times. Place in general is okay, but under construction starts from 7 a.m. in the morning. Check-in was 1 hour and 15 minutes. Terrible experience, 1 star.
Next review is by Regina Gairano.
The place is nice, but disappointed that it's very difficult to book for reservations for dinner. Nothing was available, 1 star. And when we got to the table, she was already sweeping the chair.
My name is Armin. It will be a pleasure to serve you tonight. Somebody has any food allergy?
And the steak options were really good.
Yeah, can I get a lemonade?
And the drink arrived in under 4 minutes. But it was kind of diluted, so I gave it 3 stars. And the next part sealed the deal for the staff being rude. Just watch it.
Honestly, the restaurant so far is honestly pretty good.
And the appetizer I got was a salad that arrived in just under 14 minutes. And I'd give it 3 stars. I got the arrachera steak and the order was correct, but the question is it actually a medium rare steak? The steak was good and had a good flavor, 4 stars. The dessert looked really good and came in under 10 minutes. And this chocolate cake was so good, I have to give it 5 stars. It was just so rich and flavorful. And the waiter wasn't demanding for the tip at all. Overall, I'll give this steak restaurant a 3.7 stars. And I went to the Mexican and Japanese restaurant, so Regina is also capping. The only flaws in this resort is the elevator would always get stuck, we would sometimes get stuck out of our room, and there would be cheap touch-up jobs. All good things come to an end, and this one did, and it was actually pretty good.